Same schedule. Welcome back,
What?
viewers and subscribers. Ryan LFC. I'm taking over the show today. Remember to subscribe to Ryan's channel at Ryan LFC. Follow him on Instagram at LFC underscore domination. My guy with all the wonderful Liverpool updates as well as Reggae Boy updates. But today we're here to speak about the Euros. Welcome, my fellow host, co-host, owner, um, vlogger, YouTuber, all the wonderful accolades. How are you doing today?
Yo, big respect, Bridget. Appreciate it, man. Halftime TV, man. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you feeling ahead of the Euros?
I'm not feeling too bad, you know. I'm not feeling too bad. I'm waiting for Germany to kick off France face to keep the whole nation quiet, you know what I mean? But big up to Football Nation. Yeah, man. Guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Football Nation.
All right.
Football Kingdom. Yeah, sorry
Football
about that.
Kingdom. All
Yeah.
right. Big up. I'm Sebastian. Welcome as well. Is there any game in particular that you're looking forward to?
England, France. Germany,
England.
England, no. France, Germany, no. France, Germany, England,
There's so much.
Croatia. I'm looking forward to see that one.
Okay, so for those in the comments who are not aware, France will play Germany in match day one's fixtures on Tuesday. Later on in the show, we'll get to that. But before we'll speak about the first game, the penultimate game of the competition, the game that gets it all going. Italy versus Turkey. How are you feeling ahead of that one? Is there any player that you're looking forward to seeing? Are you expecting an upset? What are your emotions like going into that game?
Well, I would have loved to see Turkey upset this Italian team, but let's be honest, bro. I definitely think Italy is one of the most underestimated team. Big team, but they underestimate Italy. No one giving Italy no credit. No one speak about the Italian. What I love about the Italian, Demo, you ever commit something to show me off of my game, Bridget?
We'll get to that comment after that comment afterwards. You were saying what you liked about the Italian team.
Yeah, what I love about the Italians, they are together. And seeing as no one giving their credit, like 2006, where they just creep up on everyone, the underdog, and defeat that France team. Zidane, you know what happened. I think that's my first time watching international football. That's World Cup. That's my first
Wow,
time.
the,
Yeah. I
that,
remember.
that,
I
it's
remember
either
that.
it's either you're very young or you started very late.
No, I'm very young, you know. I'm very young. I'm very young.
Okay,
I'm very
okay.
young. Let's be
Fair,
honest. I'm very young. You know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
But I know a lot about local football, Boys Town, Tivoli, Arnett Garden, but I don't know much about international football. 2006, Ryan LFC come on the scene, and I think 2006 that's when I started to support Liverpool too. So yeah. But anyway, you see the Italians they are together, and I think they're going to do a lot of damage. Like the last Euro under Conte, they performed very well, and think Conte take them to the quarterfinal. Yeah, they went to the quarterfinal. I'm expecting a lot from the Italians, so I think Italy going to beat them, beat Turkey.
Okay, all right.
What do you think?
The Demo Dre is saying Turkey has some good players. They in fact do. I tell you something. Burak Yilmaz, he is the main man for them. He had a remarkable season at Lille this past season that was completed and was one of the main reasons why Lille ended up winning the league over there in France. They also have Hakan Kanaglu. We all know him. He's one of the most prolific dead ball takers on the planet. He's also a very, very visionary midfielder. And I expect him to be at the midst of everything. Let's not forget as well, you started to yes, they also have Soyeon Chu, who plays for Leicester City. We know the job he's been doing at Leicester City, and considering he was in to fill the boots left by Harry Maguire, He's done remarkably well for them for himself. But singling out these three players, you have to look at an Italian team that they have experience, they have youth, they have exuberance, they have everything that you'd want in your perfect football team. If you're making a football team from scratch, I would say the Italian team has all the ingredients that you would need to put into that mixture. In midfield, I'm looking forward to seeing Barella and Locatelli. I'm hearing that Verratti, he's fighting against fitness, as is usually the case. The guy can't seem to stay away from the hospital bed. But Locatelli from Sassuolo and Barella from Inter Milan had a very, very good season. As we know, Inter Milan lifted the Serie A title this year. Between those two players, we have Jorginho from Chelsea. Not a big fan of him, but he gets the job done with his national team. And I think these players will form the core of the team. Ahead of these three, I'm expecting to see Chiesa, Insigne, and Ciro Immobile from Lazio starting. And for any coach, that's an amazing front three to have at your disposal. So that Verratti being on the bench, good options coming in should you need replacement. And the back four, Spinazzola, Florenzi from Roma and PSG respectively. And between those two, you have Bonucci and Chiellini, the Juventus centre-back pairing. Donnarumma between the sticks. That's a remarkable starting 11. And as such, I think that's a complete team, Italy, to go all the way in that game. It won't be an easy game, but we have to remember Italy is unbeaten in 27 games on the international scene. And the record is 35 games held by both Spain and Brazil. So if Italy can make it past the first round without losing, they should be en route to getting that record beneath their belt. All right. Moving on to game number 2.
Just a second before you leave, okay. Bro. Why me think you support Italy, bitch? Mine is an Italian fans and the quiet, you know.
Why?
Oh, you know so much about Italy.
No, all right. The thing is, I watch a lot of Italian football, right? I also watch a lot of French football, right? So there are players that they come onto the scene and you want to know more about them, so you do a little bit more research about them. The same reason why I realized that Kulusevski was one to look out for the future. He's a part of the Sweden team, but he contracted COVID-19, so there's a possibility he won't be featuring at least for the first round in the Euros. So I am a football fan, not only an English Premier League fan, not only a Spanish league fan, but I'm a football fan. So on any given week, I watch roughly, I would say close to 40 hours of football. 40 hours of football across all leagues. So that's German league, French league, Spanish league, and the English Premier League.
Well, I want to be like you when I grow up, man. I don't have so much time, man. Work, you know.
True. Same, like that. All right. I pay for football subscriptions, so even if I'm at work, I can like have an earpiece in watching, listening to the game. Sorry. So the French game, usually the commentary is in French. My French isn't that bad, so I can follow most of the games. Spanish league, I listen on Bean, which is in English most times, so it's easy for me to track it as well. Same with the Bundesliga, they show it on TSN sometimes, so I get to keep track of it via that route. So I consume a lot of football, put mildly. It hasn't gotten anywhere near my personal life as yet. Let's hope it stays that way, because my wife gets frustrated sometimes.
What's a prediction?
I think Italy, they're firm at the back. They've scored close to 75 goals, I think, and conceded 7 in those 27 games that I spoke to you about. So I'm anticipating maybe a 2-0 victory for Italy. They can score goals and they're solid at the back. So 2-0, I think, is a fair result.
Well, I'm going with that 2-0 for Italy. But don't count out this Turkey team, they have some very good defender. As Dimoje is saying in the comment section, you have Kabak and you have Solanke. I love that boy come at Liverpool, man. Solanke is very good, man.
So you think Kabak is a good defender, though?
No, bro, I did not say that, bro.
You said they had some very good defenders. They have Kabak and they have
No,
Solanke.
no. Solanke, me attack, man. Solanke.
Okay.
Yeah, Kabak is okay. He's okay, but not for Liverpool level. Yes, I'm correcting myself.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I can understand that one. So I'll leave you be. All right. Moving on to the second game. So we have 2-0 for Liverpool for Italy in that game. I don't know why I keep saying Liverpool. Wales versus Switzerland. There could, if Wales beats Switzerland, would that be considered an upset? Question, just off the bat.
No, I think I would say if Wales beat Switzerland, that would be an upset because Wales haven't been a major tournament for a long time. Them and Scotland. So anything that Wales touch and Scotland.
No, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. If Wales beat Switzerland, if Wales beat them, would that be considered an upset? Because remember, Wales did well at the last Euro. Wales upset Belgium. I think they got to maybe the quarterfinal round. They knocked out Belgium out of the competition. I think Robson Kanu, he had the tournament of his life. So that was Wales. They had the Cinderella run last time around. They didn't go all the way, which we know obviously because Portugal won that one, but they still had a very, very good run. So you said that if they beat Switzerland, it would be an upset. So let me know your expectations for that game, because if they beat Switzerland, it's an upset. It points to you saying, okay, Switzerland is expected to win this game.
Yeah, I think Switzerland, because what they has done in the last World Cup, Switzerland always been performing when it comes on to major tournament. Wales, for me, there are ups and downs. Yes, they have the Gareth Bale and they have Harry Wilson. I think Shaqiri, Shaka inside that midfield, and they have a few more good players. The Swiss always, I like all the Swiss play, but I would more lean on Wales to win this one. Although I'm saying Wales, if they beat Switzerland, is an upset. Because when you look at the firepower Wales have, they have some youngsters. They have Nico Williams playing right back and stuff. So I will go with the Wales.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to. I think the thing is too, we're familiar with most of the Welsh players because they tend to play in the English Premier League, right? Welsh players generally they stay closer to home, so it's either the English Premier League or the Scottish Premier League, but we don't see them going too far away from home. They might be playing in the English Championship as well. Wales, they have Ethan Ampadu. He had a good season with Sheffield United. He was one of their better players considering the circumstances. He's on loan from Chelsea. They have Aaron Ramsey. He is oftentimes injured, but on his day, he's unplayable, as we know, as we've grown accustomed to. I'm a Chelsea fan, but considering he's a past player of Arsenal, I have to be honest with myself. And Aaron Ramsey on his day, he makes magic. And Gareth Bale, as we all know, Dan James from Manchester United, and as you alluded to, Nico Williams. So these are 5 or maybe 6 players who we know they possess.
Could we say the Wales do have a centre forward? They just using a false 9. Gareth Bale, they use Gareth Bale as a false 9.
But if Gareth Bale plays as centre forward, though, I don't see anything wrong with that because Gareth Bale is quite lethal in front of goal. So last time around, he was coming in from the flank, and Robson Kanu was the focal point. But I don't know. I can't say. Wherever Gareth Bale plays, he'll get it done because he's the main man. Everyone looks to him for guidance. He'll put the team on his back if he needs to. And as he said earlier, he said it's the national team and golf, and then Real Madrid in that order. So, so the national team is first priority, and going into a major tournament, especially considering Carlo Ancelotti is now back at Real Madrid, Gareth Bale will want to justify that £600,000 that he's making a week, and he would try to make his way back into the starting 11, considering it's a new manager. Zidane wasn't quite keen on him, which we already know, but he'll try to up his market value. There was rumors saying, okay, he'll retire at the end of his season because I think his contract goes until 2022. They were saying he would retire after his contract runs out. He put water to those flames very, very soon and said he still sees himself playing another 3-4 years. So who knows? Maybe Gareth Bale might just be playing for a move, or he might be playing for a place back in the Real Madrid team. We'll never know. But I expect a big tournament from him. Over to Switzerland, as you mentioned, we have Xherdan Shaqiri, Liverpool player. I don't know what Liverpool is doing with him. I think you guys really do not realize what you have at your disposal in Xherdan Shaqiri. He is a remarkable talent. I haven't seen enough of him at Liverpool. Whether Klopp rates him, not quite sure. But whenever he represents Switzerland, it's a different beast. We have to remember he has won the Champions League prior to even coming to the English Premier League. He's played for Inter Milan. He's played for Bayern Munich. That's the caliber player we're talking here. He ultimately ended up at Stoke, where we saw that he was a cut above the rest, and then he made the move to Liverpool, which I'm not seeing it working out for him. So I expect a move somewhere else soon if he doesn't get some more playing time. But Shaqiri will definitely be the main man. Mbolo, he made his debut at the last World Cup. He was quite young at the time and inexperienced, but still we saw a lot of potential in him as a young centre forward. I think he too needs a big game should the Swiss get anything from this game against Wales. So for my predictions, I am saying 1-1. I think the Swiss, they don't concede too many goals. They're very solid at the back, and as a unit they operate very organized. So I think 1-1 is a fair result for Wales and Switzerland, in my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're going for 1-1 as well?
No, I'm going for no. I'm saying your prediction makes sense.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries.
I'm going with Wales, man. Wales to win 2-0.
2-0. Whoa. So I think okay. I think the Welsh defense can prevent Shaqiri from getting it.
I know Shaqiri good at international football, but he haven't been proving that for Liverpool. You know, he's inconsistent. You know what I mean? But whenever he get him game, he did not make use of it.
I don't think he gets enough game time for him to be considered inconsistent, though.
He always injured. That's the thing, bro.
All right. For the folks on here who aren't aware, going into the last World Cup, he was playing for Stoke. When he got to the World Cup, he was impeccable. So just for a bit of perspective, I know Ryan is saying he's inconsistent at the club level, but look out for Shaqiri, guys. He will be the main man for Switzerland in that game. So it'll be essentially Shaqiri versus Gareth Bale, the two heavy hitters locking hearts. All right, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Remember, folks, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, subscribe to Ryan LFC. Let's get those subscriptions to 7,000. All right. Moving on, we have Denmark versus Finland. This should be interesting.
Denmark
versus
team.
Finland.
I like Denmark very well in the World Cup. They have some good player. Eriksson, the Leicester City goalkeeper. I think he's the captain for Denmark. You know,
that's what's Michael.
The Danes always play good. When it comes on to tournament, the Danes always play good, and I think they will beat this Finland team. Yes, Finland have Pukki that score a lot of goal for them. He have a very good record at international list, so I will still go with Denmark. Denmark will deal with them.
All right, I have to agree with you in that regard. I think Brathwaite, especially for Denmark, he has a point to prove. I said this yesterday on my channel when I was doing the previews to the tournament in general, that Brathwaite, he made the move to Barcelona, and then Barcelona ultimately let go Luis Suarez. And this was seen as blasphemous in the world of football. Football fans like myself, we were wondering what exactly was Barcelona thinking with this little bit of move here. Well, lately Barcelona has been making some moves that cause him to question your sanity, but it was one very very suspicious. Brathwaite, I don't want to sound harsh, but he's one of the worst centre forwards I've seen play for a top club. And I don't say that with tongue in cheek. All right, so he will want to prove a point. He is the modern day meme for central strikers. So he goes into this tournament on the back of maybe I think he scored a brace in their friendly earlier in the week. So Brathwaite, looking forward to seeing him. Christian Eriksen, as you mentioned, he had a stop-start season at Inter Milan. At the back end, he started getting a little bit more game time and a little bit more consistency, and then we started seeing the world-class capabilities that he possessed and that he showcased while playing for Tottenham Hotspur. So Christian Eriksen, he will be the man again. The defense of the Danish team is generally one that we look forward to seeing, and I think the likes of Christensen from Chelsea, Anderson, that player who played for he played for Fulham throughout the English Premier League, and Tottenham Hotspur, they were touted to be interested in making him one of their primary targets for the season. So Christensen, Anderson should be very very solid at the back. I think Bednarak as well. He's a part of that setup. So interesting to see, but I think the Dane have too much as a unit in comparison to the Finn, who are looking to a sole player to make everything happen through Timo Pukki. And if Timo Pukki is out of the game, I don't see them with a plan B. My expectation is that more than likely they will be paying close attention to Pukki, and he won't get the freedom that he's accustomed to. So I agree with you on that one. I think the Dane will progress. I'm looking for a scoreline of maybe 3-0. The Dane, they have too much. One of the worst centre forward that's considering Liverpool and Milan, Jovanovic playing for them in the modern era. In the modern era, all right. All right. Moving on, I think he like being. That's why he playing for Liverpool. All right. What's your scoreline prediction for that game, Ryan? Denmark versus Finland. I'm going for 3-0. What says you?
1-0. I'm going with the Dane. 1-0. The Dane's going to have a lot of the ball, and Finland will try to stay behind the ball and soak up pressure. So yeah.
All right. So 1-0 for that game. Let's see. I have Belgium, Russia coming up next. You want us to talk on that one, or you want to speak about the Austria Macedonia game first?
Yeah.
Austria Macedonia?
Yeah.
All right. So Austria Macedonia, North Macedonia. A lot of people on here might not know where Macedonia is. It's very, very difficult for me to go into details. No, this is not the platform. But if you haven't heard of Macedonia before on the footballing scene, they only recently started playing some football, and I think for them to qualify for the Euros, it's a very, very big move for them. All right, Macedonia, North Macedonia, they're in a similar space as Kosovo, only recently being introduced to international football. So, guys, I don't want to be too harsh on them, but I'm not expecting much from them. I think they will be welcomed to the international tournament, and against an Austrian team that we know it possesses a lot of talented players. I'm not expecting much from North Macedonia. I'll give my full predictions afterwards, but Ryan, what are your opening thoughts on this matchup?
Macedonia. Demo easy,
What's Demo say? I'm not seeing the comment.
Demo say, yo, Macedonia beat Germany. Demo. Which team are your team, Demo?
Yeah, stated team. for the
Set the team,
record.
bro. Cause you always want banter and nobody know your team. Which team are your team? But Macedonia to win.
Who has Macedonia to win Austria?
Austria, man. You don't think they can do it?
Who? That's your prediction?
Yeah.
I don't know. Macedonia. I think Austria has a better team on paper. They have been playing international football for a longer time. Especially the core of this crop of Austrian players. I think Sasa, the Stuttgart striker, he's only recently coming into the team, but he had a good season as well. Marko Arnautovic, he's the man that has been striking for them for some time. And with Alaba at the back as the leader, I think, because generally playing for his national team, I think Alaba steps up into midfield. So I don't know. I think Austria has too much for North Macedonia, but that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I'm picking one upset, man.
Okay, so this is the upset.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first
this is
upset.
My upset from early. Yeah.
All right. Folks, let us know what you think in the comment section. Who you think will win that game? North Macedonia versus Austria. David Alaba just made the move to Real Madrid. He needs a big summer as well, so to introduce himself. So allow me to introduce myself. He made the move already, but I think he needs a bit of confidence going into the new season with Real Madrid. So I don't know. I think Austria has too much for North Macedonia, and as a result, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win in favor of Austria.
Demo, you just start bring Spain, Bridging. You start support Spain when they win all of these big trophy. 2008, Bridging. Sit down.
All right, so Demo, the entire Spanish team is expected to get their COVID vaccine today. I just got the notification. Busquets, he tested positive, as you might have known. Now they have a 17-man backup squad for the Euros. All right, so that's for the Spanish team. There's a 17-man backup squad. Kepa, Moreno, a bunch of other players. They came in on a standby list, and now they have put together a complete 17-man backup squad with the likes of Brahim Diaz, who plays for AC Milan and Real Madrid, among those names as well. All right, so we'll get to that afterwards. But you have North Macedonia to beat Austria. That's pretty hopeful. All right. I think we can get to the big games now. We'll get to a few of the bigger games then. Yeah.
Most definitely. Let's go into it.
All right. So Belgium, Russia. Belgium, Russia. A prelude to this, just so the viewers on here have an idea of the teams that are up against each other. I know we know this is still Belgium's golden generation. We're on the back end of this golden generation now, but they will be going into this competition on the high of Romelu Lukaku, being the MVP for the Serie A. He also surpassed the international goal scoring record with him scoring 60 goals in 93 games. That is better than Didier Drogba. That is better than Neymar. That is better than Lionel Messi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and it's also better than Harry Kane. All right, so Romelu Lukaku coming off the highs of his season with Inter Milan. That is the first part of it. Russia coming off the highs of their World Cup. They have Hatem Zuba, they have Cherichev, they have Golovin. Really, really promising players, with the exception of Zuba, who's at the back end of his career, obviously. Do you think Russia can mount an upset?
I think Belgium going to defeat them.
Belgium
too strong. One problem I have with Belgium, I think with this backing of this generation, it's sad not to see them win nothing. And it's going to sad even more after this tournament. They're not going to win nothing. because
But
I think they have the player, but
so
the
it's a
manager,
manager then. It's a
just
manager.
like England, Belgium can do way better. England can do way better, but they just have two poor manager. Two nation have two poor manager and good team. I think better manager would get more out of the player them. Some will say the England team young and probably need this tournament. Next World Cup they will be good, but another manager would be great. With this Belgium team and this England team, I think Belgium they have a lot of experience, been together for a long time. Yes, some of the generation has been retired, but I still think they have a good team. They have a lot of experience, maturity, everything. And Raman Lukaku, Eden Hazard, brother, coming up and start to play good.
Thorgan.
Yeah, can't depend on Hazard, bro. Injury prone, bro. Raman Lukaku banging goal and international. That's one thing you can say about Lukaku. When it comes on to international, Lukaku will produce because international football fit Lukaku, just like the Italian league fit Ramo Lukaku. You understand? I think the Belgium will beat them. I think Belgium will beat 3-1 on the open day. That's a
All right.
comfortable victory for the Belgium.
Okay. This game will be played on Saturday, folks. It'll be 3 p.m. For those who want to tune in. Belgium against Russia. I just add my 2 cents to that. In Hazard, he was included in the squad. He hasn't played international football since 2019. He's been in and out of injury, as we all know. They they haven't struggled without him, if I'm to be honest with myself. And going through this Belgium squad, let me see if I can recite them off the top of my head. I expect him to be playing Vertonghen and Alderweireld at the back. Boyata probably between those two. Um, we'll have what's his name, Thibaut Courtois in the net. Thomas Meunier on one side, Castagne on the other. In midfield, I'm anticipating Kevin De Bruyne. I'm also looking forward to seeing the Leicester City young man, Yuri Tielemans. He had a very good season with Leicester, and I expect no different coming into the Belgium team. Thorgan Hazard, Axel Witsel, two very good players as well. I think Witsel will play in that number 6 role. Thorgan will play a little bit higher. He had a good season at Borussia Dortmund as well. They have Carrasco, they have Nasser Chadli, who is back in the squad as well. The front, we obviously expect to see Romelu Lukaku leading the line. Dries Mertens from Napoli. Also, I know he's at the back end of his career, but he's still a prolific finisher. But one player I'm looking forward to seeing the most is Leandro Trossard from Brighton Hove Albion. I think on his debut, he scored a remarkable goal, and he had a very good season with Brighton this year as well. So Trossard is the one I'm looking forward to seeing most. I think overall Belgium has a very good crop of players. Patson Daka, he had a good season as a central striker as well, but I don't see him getting in because Romelu Lukaku has been so great throughout the season. So the forward, their options as in central striker, they have Dako, they have Michy Batshuayi, and they have Romelu Lukaku. 3 players more than capable of finding the back of the net. In midfield, they have Tielemans, they have De Bruyne, they have Witsel. All these players, again, capable of finding a pass. They have Dendoncker. He plays for Wolves. He offers a little bit of solidity as well. He can play as a centre half. He can play as a defensive midfielder as well. So Belgium, they have a very good crop of players. I think they should make it through the first round without being scathed. And as such, I think 3-1 is a fair result for that first game as well. Russia just doesn't have enough. I think in the World Cup they had that home crowd advantage, which pushed them a little bit more to do better. And we know how it is. We saw South Africa 2010 World Cup. Shabalala scored. I'm pretty sure the goal of his life, and it's still down in history now as one of the goals of the World Cup tournament. And as such, I think without that home crowd advantage, Russia doesn't offer that much in comparison to a Belgium team. So Belgium 3-1 sounds a just result. Folks in the comment section, if you disagree with us, please let us know. If you have anything to add to it, let us know as well. All right, let's keep those comments coming, and please remember to like the channel. Please remember to like as we go by. See if we can get this video to 100 likes by the time we're finished. All right.
Yeah.
So
And Sebastian and Demo J are war in the chat. Who gets 6 from who they get 6 and all of them stuff there.
with Spain and Germany.
Yeah, Spain and Germany. But big up you guys in the chat, man. Tillman, I want him to come to Liverpool, man. He's good. As yeah, man. He linked to Liverpool.
Do good. I think so. So have the Bissouma rumors cooled now? Because it's in order for you to get Tielemans there, I think you're gonna have to pay upward of 60 million. You know, because Leicester City bought him for 40 million. So I don't think they'll be letting him go for anything. Like you get.
Yeah, but if you want good player, you have to pay the good money.
All right, fair enough.
Simple as that. If you want a good player, you have to pay good money. How long FSG think club can have this 30 million, 40 million budget?
True. They need to put a cap on it, though. That's a discussion for another day, though. But we'll get to it afterwards, because I'm seeing Chelsea's looking to get Hakimi, and Inter is saying 80 million euros. They're saying Haaland as well. Dortmund is saying 150 million pounds. So these are just some ridiculous prices for players. But I say that's a discussion for another day. We'll be moving on now. So you have Belgium 3-1. The big game on Sunday, Croatia versus England.
Flop England.
This game will be England. This game will be played at the Wembley Stadium. Now, since the World Cup, I think England has played Croatia twice. If I'm not mistaken, the English have won both occasions, or I think it was a win and a draw. But the last time they played them at Wembley, I'm positive the English won that game. So what are you expecting going into this game, England versus Croatia? England's opener for the season.
England will flop, bro. I'm not 18, and I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people down in the comment, but I'm just telling you guys not the team you guys think you are. You are not that team, man. Just behave with yourself and just relax. Your manager is not ready. This is his biggest job he ever get. Can't manage the England team. He can't manage. There's no way Jack Grealish should sit on that bench. He could walk in any team in the English Premier League and start to. And you're telling me you're not going to have Jack Grealish, you're going to play Sterling, and you're going to play Martial. No. That first one for Manchester United. What's his name?
Rashford. Yeah.
It should be Harry Kane. It should be Sanchez, and it should be Phil Foden.
And then where does Grealish come in? Because that's your front three. Where does Grealish come in? And what formation are you playing?
Grealish play. May I use 4-3-3?
Okay, so that means you play Declan Rice next to Mason Mount, and then Grealish playing ahead of those two.
Bro, this is the thing when me talk about, bitch. What kind of Mason Mount you talk about?
Mason Mount has to get in.
It's not a Chelsea thing, this bro.
I know, but over the past 6 or 7 games, Mason Mount has been in England.
Give me your thought on the game and give me the best level for England.
All right. My thoughts on the game. I think England will win this game. I'll go into the scoreline afterwards and I'll explain the rationale behind my reasoning. Right. Croatia is a team who plays heavily through midfield. Right. We know Luka Modric is past his best. He's 35 years old now. He doesn't have the legs he had during the World Cup, where he was 33. Rakitic again past his best. Barcelona moved him on. He's currently playing at Sevilla, which is a level down, different expectation. He's still performing okay considering the circumstances. but he's not at the level where he was. Brozovic, it's the same thing. Now, these three players were the core of Croatia's team in the World Cup, right? Tie that in with Mandzukic, who was a striker, and it was a good crop of players. They were more than capable of doing great things. They had Rebic on one side, they had Perisic on the other side, pace on the flank, very, very good again. But in comparison to an English team, especially with the exuberance in midfield, with a Mason Mount or a Declan Rice, I don't think Croatia will have that freedom that they generally have in midfield. I know they'll be bringing in Kovacic from Chelsea, who is a very, very good dribbler. He's a very technical player. With the ball at his feet, he's almost unplayable most times. But he doesn't have the finishing edge. His final pass is sometimes called into question. And as a result, I think if Croatia is looking for something out of that tournament, their midfielders are the key members of the team, and their midfielders are past their best, with the exception of Kovacic, who I don't think he'll be able to do it all by himself, because he's the only player in that Croatia midfield that I see who still has the legs to sprint for 90 minutes. Modric will give you splurts here and there, but come on, Modric is 35. We don't expect the same level of energy, right? In comparison to an English team, we know the English have been, they are a running team. That's how we are used to English teams playing. They kick the ball and they run it down. Now, with the surplus of foreign coaches and foreign players coming into the English Premier League, we're seeing more and more English players getting a bit more technical. They're better ball handlers. Their decision making has improved significantly, and we are seeing a slight switch in the style of play among English players. The coach, on the other hand, as you alluded to, he might not be ready for this team, but individually, the English players, they are far more technical than English players of yesteryear. Now, my perfect starting 11 on the ideal day would be, I think if he's playing a 4-3-3, I'm just going to say 4-3-3 for argument's sake, which I know he probably won't play. He probably play a 3-4-3.
But what do you think is the best thing for him use?
I think, all right, here's the thing. England has a wealth of attacking talent, right? Southgate has been setting up his team based on the opposition's strength rather than based on his team's strength. Now, that's what I hate about managers. If you go through your squad, you should be setting up your team based on the strength of your team, and then allowing the opposition to adjust. Basically, exactly, to adjust based on the team that you set up, right? Now, him going into the competition and saying, okay, I'm going to be playing against this person, I'm going to be playing on this person. So I'm trying to not concede goals then, put it that way. Whereas you should be going into thinking, okay, I have attackers to spare for ages, so I'm going into the competition to score goals. So you get the angle I'm coming from. Instead of going into the competition saying I'm going to score a lot of goals, he's going into it saying I'm not going to concede goals.
That's how Arteta do, and that's how Mourinho do. That's why I don't want them at Liverpool. Play to your team's strength. Why you want to adjust? Every minute you want to adjust. That's why them manager they never serve long our club, because they always drop and change. The team bigger than Gareth Southgate.
I agree. At the World Cup, the three main competition that the English team faced, they struggled. They played against Colombia. They struggled. Colombia, in which James Rodriguez had to leave the pitch early. I think James Rodriguez was injured, so he didn't end up even playing. Was he even at the World Cup? But there was a player that had to leave the pitch early, one of Colombia's main players, and England struggled. I think they left that one extremely late. Right? They played against Croatia, they lost. They played against Belgium in the third and fourth playoff, and they lost. So having a very, very easy first round of fixtures going up to where it got challenging, they had an easy run. In the quarterfinals, they played Colombia and they struggled. And then in the semifinals, they played Croatia and they lost, because that was the real competition they faced. This goes back to the same thing, not playing to your team's strength. I understand that the Croatia team was stacked with midfield talent. However, the English team, they had a lot of youngsters who were fast, they were fit, they were willing, they were hungry. But based on how the coach set up with the three at the back, constantly playing five at the back when they were in possession. They didn't know what to do with it. I don't know. But I'll move on from that because just talking about the English team gives me a headache. I'll name my best 11 for the England team, and then I'll hear what you think. I think in goal, people bash him a whole lot, but I think Pickford should start in goal. Um, I'm hearing Henderson from the Manchester United fans. I'm hearing Johnston. I'm hearing Ramsey. I'm hearing all these names, but I think Jordan Pickford is the one to be starting for the English team. He's good with his feet. His decision making is a bit suspect at times. He's a bit rash as goalkeeper as well. I know you as a Liverpool fan, you probably don't like him because he maybe cost you a second place finish in the league this year.
Cost me
But
from winning the Premier League back.
it probably cost you a second place finish, but I won't go into that. So Jordan Pickford in goal. Harry Maguire, I don't think he'll play the first few games. Probably the first 3 games he won't play. So I'm going for Tyrone Mings next to John Stones for the centre back pairing. I think Reece James should be at right back, but they'll start Kyle Walker, which makes more sense. Remember, folks, I'm talking about if it's a 4-3-3. I think Gareth Southgate will play a three at the back, and if three at the back, he'll play John Stones, he'll play Tyrone Mings, and he'll play Kyle Walker on the right hand side with Reece James playing in a wing back role somewhat, or even interchanging between Reece James and Kyle Walker in that wing back role. But left back, I think Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw plays at left back for right back. Kyle Walker, as I said before, because it's a back four. So the back four now entails of Luke Shaw, Tyrone Mings, John Stones, and Kyle Walker with Pickford in goal. So that's a back five so far, including the goalkeeper. The midfielders, I think Declan Rice, he'll play 4-3-3. Yeah, Declan Rice. What's his name? He'll play Calvin Phillips because Jordan Henderson isn't fit. So he'll play two pivots because that's how he is. But in my ideal game in 4-3-3, I'll have Declan Rice, I'll have Mason Mount, and I'll have Jack Grealish playing in front of them. So I'll have both of them with Declan Rice staying furthest back, Mason Mount playing somewhat of a box-to-box midfielder, and Jack Grealish kind of playing in that number 10 role. So that's the three in midfield that I'd have. The three in the front, Harry Kane, obviously. On the right, I think I'll use Jadon Sancho, and on the left, Phil Foden. So that's my 4-3-3. You want me to tell you what Gareth Southgate will do now?
Okay, let me hear what you're saying.
All right,
Guys,
so
smash the like button. Come on, guys. The more you like the video, the more people get on the stream, guys. Come on, let's get the video. How many likes you have? I'm using my phone, so let's get the likes, guys. Let's get it to 50. Come on, guys. Let's hit the like button, guys.
Get it up, folks. Get it up.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see. I'll tell you. Let me check how much it's at, and then we'll go from there. Ryan. Let's
guys,
see.
smash the like button. Run up the like button, man. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
All right. It's at 34 likes, folks. Come on, let's get it up there.
Let's get it to 50, guys. That's all I'm begging. Let's smash it to 50.
Yeah. Get those numbers going. All right. I'll tell you what Gareth Southgate will do now. Right. He'll play Pickford. In goal, obviously. He'll play John Stones, he'll play Tyrone Mings, and he'll play Kyle Walker as the right-sided centre half. He'll play Reece James as the wing back, and Luke Shaw as the left wing back. We know Luke Shaw, he'll have him tucking in a 4 when they're in possession. Out of position, Reece James will come back, and then they'll have 5 across the back. All right, so in front of them, he'll have Declan Rice, and he'll play Mason Mount there as well. So he'll play 4-2. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he'll play Declan Rice and Mason Mount there. So that ties in across the four across the midfield there. So how much do we have now? We have 7 players so far, right?
Yeah.
And then the front three, you'll have Harry Kane. He won't play Jack Grealish. I don't think he'll start Jack Grealish. He likes Marcus Rashford, so he'll play Rashford, although Rashford is injured, and he'll play Sancho on the other side.
Got go with England, yeah, man. But I think they will beat Croatia. I think they beat Croatia. I think England midfield is much more younger. They're much more quicker. They're going to fight. They're going to be at home. They're going to have that home advantage. They will be having the crowd, and they should do well. Most of their game play in England, they should do well. So I think they're going to beat Croatia. But don't underestimate this Croatian team. Yes, they're old, they are veteran, but if they have to put in a shift on defense, they can.
Yeah,
they
true,
can.
true.
But England at home, I'm going with when is this game play?
Sunday.
This
It'll be
Sunday.
played on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing any watch along, man. I'm probably on the road with my wife, man.
Yeah, I think I'll be at work. I'll be at work. I'm looking through the Croatia squad. Young Pasalic, Chelsea sold him to Atalanta. He had a good season. Vida, I'm not sure if Vida will be coming back to the tournament. I'll have to check. Vlasic, he had a good season as well. Who else? I can't see anybody else that would basically stand out. Risalko.
What about Lovren? Yeah, no, you have something to prove to the English. He's the best defender in the world.
Hold on, I'm not hearing you.
My check. 1, 2, 3. You're not hearing me, guys, so I don't know. If you guys hearing me, said yes in the comment section.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is there an echo or feedback I received?
No.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
I received a phone call, but I don't think I don't know. Lovren is past his best.
Yeah.
Lovren is past his best. He's good with Croatia. Don't get me wrong. But I can't see him stopping the pace of English forwards. If it's physicality, Harry Kane offers that. If it's speed, Rashford and Sancho on both sides of Harry Kane, they offer that. And although Rashford can't to save his life, I think they still have too much for Lovren and his guys. So England to win that one. Are we going for a score prediction?
I'm going at 2-1 England.
I was just going to say 2-1. I think 2-1 is a safe bet. English centre backs, they lack leadership. Tyrone Mings is a bit rash at times. I think he tries to be too physical. He doesn't sit back and read the game and allows the game to come to him. Too often he tries to insert himself into the plays rather than allowing it to come to him. So Tyrone Mings is a bit rough. John Stones, we know his decision making is very, very poor. And if he doesn't have that person next to him, leading him and guiding him, telling him what to do, he struggles. So I think 2-1 is a just result in that game. We have a few more games before we wrap this up. Remember, folks, we're only doing the first round of games. We'll be back again maybe Monday afternoon, maybe Tuesday to do the second round of games. So you guys can look forward to that. Remember, smash that like button. Help us get to 50 likes as soon as possible. All right. So that's England, Croatia. The next game is Netherlands, Ukraine.
Netherlands, Ukraine. This is going to be a tough game. I don't really rate the Dutch them this season. This year, I don't think they impress me enough. I think Ronald Koeman do a fantastic job. Before him leave, since this new manager come in, I don't see the direction that the Dutch going through at this moment. I think they're just in a rebuilding process at this moment. Without Van Dijk, I'm not really sure about the Dutch this year. Them not impress me. I would say the Leon striker, what's his name again? Memphis Dubai. I think he's the one
Yeah, Memphis
you can
Depay.
look out for.
Memphis Depay, yeah.
Yeah. That same Crystal Palace manager that managed Crystal Palace and get sacked. I don't think him impress me.
All right. Fair enough. You aren't the only person to be saying that. It has been echoing all around the world of football. I think Van de Boer, he's very, very stubborn. He again, we talk about playing to the team's strength. He has his way that he wants to play, and it has been the Achilles heel for the Dutch team since he took over. The Dutch have some good players nonetheless. Sillissen is going to miss out. I think he tested positive for COVID and then he ended up missing out. Manager that called in someone else to replace him, and he came out in an interview last week and said he felt as if he was powerless in that situation because he was told to stay at home for a few days and he would be able to rejoin the squad as soon as everything went back to normal. He said he didn't see any symptoms after the second day and he was expecting to go through the necessary protocol and get back in the squad. That was not to be. So Casper Sillissen misses out, which is very, very sad. Going through the Dutch team, though, I don't know. I think the Dutch have a very good midfield. Again, the defense unit probably not the same without Van Dijk, but they're still elite. They have experience through Daley Blind as well. We head up to midfield. There's Gini Wijnaldum. There is Frankie de Jong, very good midfielder. Again, I think Van de Beek, he pulled out injured. There's Gravenberch, who is a very, very promising 19-year-old who currently plays for Ajax. Very good player. In forward, you have Memphis Depay. There's promise. I don't know. I think the Dutch should be able to maneuver this challenge against the Ukraine team. We know Ukraine has Andrei Yarmolenko, who plays for West Ham. They have Yarmachuk as well, who plays for Gent. He had a very, very good season again. Zinchenko from Manchester City, very versatile player, and I think he will be the captain as well. But Andrei Shevchenko, if his coaching abilities are anywhere near his playing abilities, I think they will be able to do well in the tournament. But I just can't see them causing an upset with the Dutch. And as such, I think the Dutch will win this game by maybe 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, but that's my opinion, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be definitely close. But I think the Dutch should get the better of them. I think Ryan Babel in the team.
Babel, I'm not sure. Let me check. But Babel is still passing better again.
Bro, last year the guy were putting up numbers for the Dutch. Ryan Babel seems like this guy has been playing for so long, bro.
He's getting older with age, isn't it? Getting better with age. He's in the team, yeah. He's in the squad.
How old are him now? About 39?
No, he's 34.
34. Wow. That means him start very young. Cause I'm at Liverpool. I know Ryan Babel always come on in the Champions League and make an impact for Rafa Benitez. He has been around for a long time, and he came in the Premier League, played for Fulham, went back to Galatasaray. He played for a lot of teams, man.
He's had a very illustrious career.
Yeah, the reason why I'm leave England, that local crook Howard Webb. For the man, book him up in our bar in a Man United jersey and take him a picture and expose him. Yeah. If you have to make the man run out of England, and Liverpool never do enough to back the man, bro.
Yeah.
You know Howard Webb a Ferguson boy, so you know that, bro.
Yeah, Howard Webb really cut a string on my heart. I remember Chelsea was playing Manchester United, and he gave 2 red cards in that game. He gave Torres a red card after Torres.
Whoa, I lost my brother. I don't know what happened, why I lost him, man. But we're going down to the final crunch one. The German versus. I'm going to mess. I'm going to mess with. I'm going to champ with this French team. I see you guys don't respect this German team, but listen, Kylian Mbappe, Antonio, Karim, going to beat up Karim Benzema. Yeah,
I'm not
bro.
sure. I'm not sure what happened there. I was checking out the comments
Yeah.
I left. But yeah, in that game, Chelsea versus Manchester United, I think Chelsea were 2 goals to the good, or maybe it was 2-1. I don't remember. But Fernando Torres broke away and was with the keeper alone, and a defender came out of nowhere and gave him a rugby tackle. And Howard Webb gave Fernando Torres a red card for diving, a simulation.
Yeah. Oh, what about
Manchester
Thief,
United.
man? He's a cook,
Yeah,
man.
I think that game ended up drawing 3-3. So it was one of the worst games for me as a Chelsea fan. But yeah, that's that for the Dutch game. You didn't give us the prediction though.
I said 2-0 Dutch.
2-0
No,
Dutch. Okay.
1-1 apiece.
Okay, so that one should be a draw then, according to Ryan. Moving on, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games remaining. The next game that we have is Scotland versus Czech Republic. This should be an interesting one. What do you know about this Scotland team?
I know Robertson. I know Taney. I know the Southampton striker. What's his name again?
Che Adams.
Stu Adams scoring the last game for them. I remember the new. I'm not sure about. I remember a couple of them player, but I know they have some decent player where can make an impact. You know, this is their first tournament since '98.
They have been away from the scene for quite some time. And,
For a long time. For a long time.
the
Long.
the host on ESPN, he was a part of the last Scotland team to go to a major tournament. So I think they'll be looking to to make a name for themselves, to say the least. And who knows, maybe they can put together a run similar to the one that Wales had in the last Euros. But Scotland team with Scott McTominay, John McGinn, he had a very, very good season at Aston Villa this season as well. He played in number 7 for Aston Villa. He's a total workhorse, young Chelsea player, midfielder in the middle of the park through Billy Gilmore. Rumors of him seeking a loan move come next season, but we'll get to that on another chat. I think Scotland is a good team, but they're up against a very good Czech team as well with Soufal and or guy that plays for West Ham, Souček. So don't you think these guys are more than enough to cause an upset to Scotland? Thomas Souček and Soufal.
No.
I need my team to do a lot better. All right. So all right. There won't be much to talk about in this game, really. So I'll just take your predictions for Scotland versus Czech. There aren't a lot of superstars to put you on the edge of your seat.
I think it's going to draw, though. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay.
1-1.
I think. I think looking through the Czech team, no. I think. I don't know. Let me see if I can go through there. They have Patrick Schick, who played for Roma. They have Soufal, as I mentioned. I can't see anyone else that I can say, okay, will cause any upset. So I'm going to go for Scotland winning that game, 2-1. Probably Souček will get on the score sheet through maybe a corner or something like that. But I think not Wales, sorry, Scotland wins this one, 2-1. All right.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, moving on, folks. Remember, if you agree with us, if you disagree, leave it in the comment section. Let us know what you think will transpire from those games, and we'll be more than happy to look into your perspective as well. All right. Like the video, like the stream. Let us get to 50 likes and then 100. And for those on here who subscribe to my channel, thank you so very much. We passed 500 subscriptions this morning. So hats off to you and thanks for the support as well. If you haven't done so as yet, it's Halftime TV on YouTube. All right.
The link in the description. So guys, make sure you go and check out Halftime TV. Me and him will definitely do a lot more content. And if you don't see Ryan LFC, you will see him sometime hosting the show. So make sure you guys stick around and treat him well, like how you see you treat Ryan LFC. So you will definitely see Halftime TV, especially when it come on to English Premier League. I'm not making most in my channel for the English Premier. No Chelsea thing around here. It's all Liverpool. But big up to the Chelsea fans them in the chat. But yeah, he's a Chelsea supporter. But when it come on to Reggae Boyz, look out for see him. Sometimes you click, you will see him alone. You know.
Right.
Demo, you're still here. Big up Demo. Think Demo they are work, you know. So yeah, big up.
Demo Dre. All right, we'll get to your game in a few, Demo, and then we'll be pulling up your comments to hear what you think about your game. All right.
You're dead team.
All right. Moving forward is Poland versus Slovakia. What do you know about Slovakia's team, Ryan? I know Slovakia.
I don't know much about them. Be honest with you, I don't know much about Slovakia.
All right. If I'm to be honest with myself, I only know maybe 2 players or 3 players on the Slovakian team. I know Marek Hamšík. In 2010, he had an exceptional World Cup. He was the one who, in fact, upset the Italian team in the group stages. He had a remarkable tournament, and he's had the most appearances for Napoli as well. He is a Napoli cult hero, Marek Hamšík. He'll be leading the Slovakian team. He'll be their captain more than less. There's also Skriniar, who the Manchester United were touted to be interested in. He's a very solid centre half. He reads the game well. I think he plays for Inter Milan. So those are the 2 players that I know on Slovakia's team. Over with the Polish team now, obviously there's a big name that everyone knows in Robert Lewandowski. So let us know your take on this game, Ryan. What are your expectations? Who are the names that you're expecting to see the most and that sort of thing?
Poland, one-man team. Lewandowski, 2-0.
Poland,
one-man team.
I think to say it's a one-man team is a bit unfair though, because they have Milik, they have Zielinski, they have Piatek, they have Wojciech Chelsky, they have Blaszczykowski, who used to play for Dortmund, as we know. His name is the one that people generally use as a meme for the Wi-Fi router when they're looking for the password. So yeah, I think Poland has more than enough talent and firepower to put this Slovakian team out of their misery. And I'm going for the Polish players to win. I think 3 goals to 1 is a just result. And again, I think Poland 3, Slovakia 1. Let us know what you think in the comment section, folks. Ryan, do you agree with my prediction? Poland 3.
Poland don't score a lot of goals, bro.
But they have a goal scorer that is capable of scoring a lot of goals. And
one-man team, bro.
No Milik, no Zielinski, no Piatek, no? They have the Napoli players in their team. Let me see who they have in midfield to string in those passes. Lokomotiv Moscow striker Krzysztof Kijak. I think Milik, Piatek, and Lewandowski are their options in forward. Zielinski will be their main forward. Will be their main midfielder. Sorry, Zielinski. He generally knows how to find a pass. We know him. He plays for Napoli. He's been playing for Napoli for quite some time. The very, very creative midfielder. I think Poland will score 3 goals. They'll score more than 2 goals. Put it that way. Poland to score more than 2 against Slovakia.
Okay, let us see.
All right. So You're saying what? 1-0?
1-0 Poland, Lewandowski.
All right, Lewandowski to take Poland out of that one. I just think they'll be out of the tournament early, but they'll get their goal difference up on this one. Moving on, so the game that the three biggest games are three of the games that includes three of the biggest teams of the tournament so far. Spain, Sweden, straight off the bat, Ryan. Who wins this one?
I'm going with Sweden.
You're going with Sweden.
Listen, too much problem going on at Spain at this moment. So I'm going with Zlatan Ibrahimovic to get the better of them, and I'm going to predict 2-0 to the Sweden.
Okay. I think Isaac will be leading the line for the Swedes. I'm not sure what Zlatan's situation is, but I don't think he will be a part of the team.
Sebastian, Zlatan in the team? And Sebastian, you is the reason why I picked Sweden. I don't want to hurt your feelings, man. Sebastian has been on this channel, bro. Like almost every single video I put out.
Yeah.
That guy comment on.
All right. Appreciate the support, Sebastian. Always welcome.
So when you be my host, charm, always when me they around, always shout out Sebastian. You know what I mean?
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries, Sebastian. All right. Yeah. I think Isak, he had a good season. And he comes into this one as one to look out for going up against the Spanish team. All right, no worries. Until Ryan gets back, we'll speak a little bit about the Swedish striker Alexander Isak. He I don't know. He plays for Real Sociedad, but I just think he has more than enough ability to play for a bigger club. No disrespect to Real Sociedad. But this is a very, very promising player. And I think if a club like even Everton in the English Premier League, I know they have Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but even an Everton, I think, would be a step up from Real Sociedad that he's playing with now. But it's just my opinion. People will say, oh, Real Sociedad, they got far in the Europa League and they're playing in Europe and that sort of thing. And Everton isn't. But it's a matter of perspective, and I think he's better than Real Sociedad. Put it that way. Still only 21 years of age, so still has his best years ahead of him. So Isak, there's also Larson in midfield, Sebastian Larson. He's by now a household name year in, year out. But the player that I was looking forward to seeing the most was Dejan Kulusevski. He plays for Juventus in the Serie A, and I don't know. I don't think he'll be there because of the COVID situation. At least he won't be in the first round of games, and it's very, very heartbreaking because a young player of his talent and of his capabilities, I was definitely looking forward to seeing him showcase what he's about come the first round. But I think the Spanish team, I'm not fond of them. I think Laporte, he recently switched allegiance and he should be starting in that back line, maybe next to Paul Torres or someone like that. Sergio Ramos isn't there. Once the senior players come back in the team, Spain will be winning a lot of matches. It doesn't get any more senior than Sergio Ramos, and Spain didn't take Sergio Ramos. So I think Spain without Sergio Ramos, even though he hasn't played since January, which is a similar case with Jordan Henderson and the English team, I just don't think they offer that much a bite. Ferran Torres, he's an exceptional talent playing at Manchester City. He got on the score sheet a lot this season with Manchester City. I expect him to do well as well. Put your money in Belgium if you want to bet on the Euros. Brian Hill, he was a part of the backup squad. But the main man that everyone will be looking towards is Pedri, young Barcelona talent. he made his breakthrough this season, and I think this will be a big tournament for him. Another name that we don't give enough credit is Dani Olmo. He plays for RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and he's a very exceptional player. He's very talented, very technical, knows how to find the back of the net as well. So Pedri and Dani Olmo, I think, are the two players to look out for in the Spanish team. I think Sweden will win this game, though. I think Spain is all by bark and no bite. With Morata leading the line, I can't be too confident in them. So I'm going for Sweden to win this game, 1 goal to nil, against the Spanish team. Ryan, what says you? Let's hear your views. What's your score prediction for this game?
Well, say no, wife was talking to me a while ago about vaccine and these stuff.
You have to get the vaccine, bro. I have to get the vaccine, bro.
No, I'm not taking no vaccine, bro.
I have to double up on the vax. I'm waiting on my second dose now.
Bro, I'm healthy, bro. What kind of vaccine you tell me about?
I'm pretty sure you got vaccine as a kid.
Yeah, but I don't trust this one, bro.
All right. I was saying Pedri and Dani Olmo, who plays for Leipzig, will be the standout players for Spain. Who do you think will win this game and what's the scoreline?
I tell you, I want Switzerland to win. Sweden
to win. Okay.
2-0. 2-1.
2-0. 2-1. Okay. All right. I don't think Di Madrid will be too happy with those predictions because both of them have Spain losing that game. But anyone who picks Sweden to win this match, crazy. Okay. We are crazy. We are crazy. All right. Moving on. Hungary versus Poland.
This is it. Hungary versus Poland.
Portugal. Sorry.
Oh, come here. Really, from here, Hungary name, you know, so my team group that. So that's the last game, right?
Yeah. No, that's not the last game. We have your game is the last game.
All right. Hungary, Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Hungary, Portugal.
Yeah, Hungary, Portugal. Yeah.
Portugal, man. Portugal, right all over that, brother. I'm gonna see how Portugal going to lose this. They are one of the favorites to win this Euro. They are very good in the midfield, solid at the back, solid up front. Diego Jota, Cristiano Ronaldo, Joel Phoenix, or whatever I want to name.
Yeah.
And then you have Laporte at the back. I think you have the Leeds, the Wolf goalkeeper, Patricia.
Not Laporte. They have Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz. Yeah. Sorry about that, guy. I'm going with Portugal.
All right. If you're in the
Cristiano Ronaldo to score a hat trick, bro.
Whoa.
He will.
That's bold. That's very bold. And Portugal 5, Hungary 0. Portugal 3, Hungary 0. I think Portugal 3, Hungary 0 makes more sense in my opinion. I said this before in one of our previews to the tournament. I think this will be Joao Felix's reckoning. Cristiano Ronaldo will officially pass the baton to him in this Euros, and as such, I think Portugal will win 3-0 in my opinion. The Portuguese squad they're stacked in every department you can think of. In every position, they have 2 or 3 top quality players, some even world class players in some of the areas. So I think Portugal will win 3-0 in this game. Hungary, they're only now making their comeback on the international football scene. In the early years, in the 60s and the 70s, Hungary was a football powerhouse. So we know they have that football ilk. However, things have changed and they have drifted away from that somewhat. So I'm expecting Portugal to reinstate their dominance and to show us why they were the champions of the last Euros. So Portugal to win Euros. They're heavily dependent on counterattacks, plus they don't use defensive system. I don't know. I think Portugal has always been a solid team, and it isn't something that they learn when they get to the senior level. it is something that is instilled in them from the youth level. If you watch the game against Germany at the weekend, the under 23s, I think it's the under 23 World Cup. Is the under 23 World Cup or the championship? I'm not sure, but I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
Is there under 21?
Yeah. So they won that game, and Portugal was playing the same way we've seen the senior team play throughout the years. So Germany won that game ultimately, 1-0. 1-0, sorry. But the Portuguese team, they were solid for the most part, and we saw a system that was used at the senior level. That's used by Portuguese coaches a lot. If we're to speak about Nuno Espirito Sanchez at Wolves and Jose Mourinho, it's a similar form of football. They play very compact, and I don't know if it's a Portuguese thing or what, but it's just the reality of the matter. All right, aging backline, but they know how to defend. Yeah, I'm not quite worried about the backline because I think Pierre Pepe with I think Pierre Pepe with Font or Jose Font or even Ruben Diaz from Manchester City. They're playing a back three, and they should be quite difficult to get past. Put Nelson Semedo on one flank, and if you're playing Cedric Suarez or whoever you want to play on the other one. Again, as I said, under 20. Okay, so it should be quite interesting. All right, so Portugal to win that one, 3-0, my opinion. Leave your views in the comment section. Let us know. Remember, folks, like the video. Get those likes up as much as possible. All right.
Yeah, we have 5 more likes, guys. Come on, get 5 more likes on the video. Let's get it to 50, man.
All right.
Come on. We'll not move on to the big game until you guys get it to 50. Come on, we have 20 other you guys in here. Smash up the like button, guys. Come on.
The Ansu Fati is a big miss. Ansu Fati is a big miss, but if you're depending on Ansu Fati to be the one to carry your team, that means your team isn't that great because Fati only recently made his breakthrough. He hasn't had that much caps on in the Spanish colors for him to be that main person. He hasn't established himself well enough in the Spanish national team for you guys to be saying he will be a big miss. Because I think Sergio Ramos, had he been fit, he would make a better argument that he would be a big miss. But Ansu Fati, we know he's an exceptional talent, but him not making it to the Euros due to his injury or his recurring injury that he's had, we can't say he's a big miss because he hasn't done enough for the national team. All right. Ferran Torres is my guy, really. Ferran Torres, I think he scores some remarkable goals, especially with the Spanish team. In that game against Germany, he scored a hat-trick or 2 goals, one of which I still can't figure it out how he got that one in the back of the net. But again, as I said, it's on the day. Portugal will be found out when teams like Spain keeps a lot of the ball. Well, let's see. Let's see. They don't need a lot of the ball. The Portuguese team. If we remember the last Euro finals when they were playing against France, they had it was Spain and Portugal. Friendly has nothing to do with it. All right, friendly or no friendly, you get to see what your team is capable of. All right, you get to see what your team is capable of, and regardless if it's a friendly or not, no one wants to lose. No one wants to lose, especially when you're playing at the highest level. You don't want to lose. We saw that in the Reggae Boyz game earlier this week with Serbia. We know it was a friendly. Serbia played some youngsters. The Reggae Boyz, they sent out a squad that was depleted. We know the issues that they had going into the game. But still, we wanted to win because whenever you play, if you play the sport, if it's even just recreational football, you want to win. There's never a time I go out on the football pitch and I don't want to win. Like the reason plays to win. Neto big miss for Portugal. I agree. Bonkers LFC. Neto definitely a bigger miss than maybe Ansu Fati for Spain because Neto he has done enough Let's see. Are we at 50 as yet? Before we move on to the big game, check it out, Ryan. Let me know. Are we at 50?
47, but can run it, said we.
All right. Keep those comments coming in, folks. I think we will take maybe 6 minutes or so and wrap it up. Probably end it at an hour and 30 minutes for this live. All right. France, Germany. France, Germany, the biggest game of this first round of fixtures. We know this is a group of death. France comes into this one as the PlayStation team. If you're making a perfect football team, this France team it has all the ingredients that you would use. If I'm to go off the top of my head, who I think will start for France, I think Hugo Lloris. He starts in goal, and backtracking even a little bit, I think maybe only 3 players in this France starting lineup hasn't won a domestic trophy this season. Lloris, because he played for Tottenham Hotspur. Paul Pogba, we know his situation at Manchester United, and Karim Benzema, who plays for Real Madrid. And we know Real Madrid, they had a ton load of injuries this season, similar to Liverpool in the English Premier League. So it is quite understandable. So France starting lineup off the top of my head, Ryan. I know Liverpool is Germany is your team, so I'll get to Liverpool. I'll get to Germany afterwards. Why do I keep saying Liverpool? I'll get to Germany afterwards, but I'll name the starting 11 that I expect to start for France, and then I'll hear your views on your German team. All right. So Hugo Lloris will start at the back, right, as the goalkeeper. I think they'll play Kimpembe and who do I play? Varane. Yeah, so Kimpembe and Varane, and then Pavard and Lucas Hernandez left and right back. In midfield, yes, the game before, I think yesterday they played, and the formation that the coach used was 4-1-4-1, right? I know that. So no, 4-1-2-1-2. 4-1-2-1-2. Yeah. So that's a formation he used. I'll walk you through it. So the back line that I just outlined, Kante playing in front of the back line, Paul Pogba, Manchester United, Tolisso, we know he plays for Bayern Munich. He'll be playing alongside Paul Pogba, just ahead of Kante. In front of them will be Antoine Griezmann, kind of like in a number 10 role. And then in front of Antoine Griezmann will be Kylian Mbappe and Karim Benzema. He limped off injured yesterday. I'm not sure if he'll be fit for this game, but Olivier Giroud, he came in and he scored twice. So it shows that they have firepower coming off the bench. So against this 11 that I just outlined, does Germany stand a chance?
Dimo, Beijing, if me never know you personal, I wonder if you lose your brain, bro.
I agree.
I lose your mind, bro.
Biggest flop in history. No, biggest flop in history is a stretch, though. No, I don't.
Why nobody rate my team? Why nobody rate my team? It's all right, man. Put up on all, you know, go say 4 and 3 and this and that and way, but don't worry, brother. France all the way. Mbappe MVP. Big up. First time I see you around here, my brother. Appreciate you coming by. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit the like on the video. Guys, 2 more likes, guys, to reach our milestone, our goal. We on the stream.
2 more likes and we're at 50 likes, folks. I remember.
So, France is the Man City of Europe. But anyway.
So hold on. Dimo J, was Man City losing the Champions League final, the biggest flop in the Champions League?
The biggest flop was England 2018.
2018 in the World Cup? No, I don't. Personally, I didn't expect much from England 2018. I think English teams of previous years have been worse. I think the Lampard Gerrard team, they were a bigger flop than the England team of 2018. Germany to win 2-0. You haven't said anything about your Germany team as yet, no?
I'm not giving away my secret. All I have to say, bro, I hope the German defend well. That's all. Because the only problem I worry about the German national team is our defender them. That's the weakest point. That's our weakest link. You know, Omis, I think these man passing prime is very slow, bro. And then Boateng, I don't know what to
I think
expect
it's
from
Sula. It's Sula. Sula will be playing.
Sulo, the Bayern Munich tall centre back.
He's a roller as well, in my opinion.
So where would you think Kimmich play? Midfield or right back?
I think Kimmich plays midfield. They play Kimmich in midfield. No question.
That's the position him should play for Bayern Munich too.
Yeah, he'll play there. Well, he generally plays in midfield for Bayern Munich. You know, the reason why he was playing in the wing back position for Bayern Munich was because Hernandez was injured.
And
So
Thiago.
exactly. So the players were injured, so he had to step up and play in that position. And sometimes it can be a curse and it can be a blessing when players are versatile. Because even Alphonso Davies for the Canadian national team, when he's with Bayern Munich, he plays right back or left back, whichever one he's called upon. But with the Canadian team, he plays as a forward. You get me?
You don't think Rudiger will start because he always start last World Cup him has been start coming to this Euro is one of the farm defender them. Play very good against Man City. You don't think he will start?
Yeah, I think Rudiger starts, in my opinion. No, correct. 2016, Iceland. Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up. But I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
the thing, bro. The only problem I have with the German team, the defender them. Not up to standard, bro. But we have good midfield, we have good attacker, we have Thomas Muller, we have Leroy Sané, we have Goretzka, we have
I think Matt Hummels next to Antonio Rudiger in a back four is a good pairing. That's my opinion.
no,
Right?
bro. I want to see that guy who play for Bayern Munich. His name started S man.
Sula. Next to Rudiger?
No, next to Matt Obbit, man.
No. I think that you can't have two players that offer the same thing. And Sula is good with the ball at his feet. He reads the game well, but he's slow and he isn't as physical or even rough enough. You get me?
But
So
I don't want to use Omens and Suda. They are too slow, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
No,
Mark
I will
Hummels
take Omens out the team, man, and put Rudiger.
Again, you need a little bit of experience in that too. And I think with Hummels' big tournament experience, he gives Rudiger a little bit more. So that's why I was. Same thing with Thiago Silva at Chelsea, playing him next to Rudiger, and you see how Rudiger looks. So I think employing that strategy, playing Rudiger next to a more seasoned or a more tournament experienced defender, it will benefit the German team. But that's my opinion, though. It's your team. You call the shots. I won't go too far.
Yeah. Kai Havertz, he will. This is you're gonna know player. You're gonna see real player. Kai Havertz are gonna step up.
Well, I want him to step up, I want him to step up because
Werner,
that only
all
means
of them
good
going
success.
to Werner. Listen, you know why I'm not going to talk to on the stream. It's a come the 15th of this month when me deal with Jersey Boy and Demon, all of them are about 3-0, them 3-1, they 4-1, and them this and them say German are trash. Remember, I'm here. I'm going to give you guys 1 of 2 weeks what more. So look out for that. What happened 2 weeks ago? You guys know what happened 2 weeks ago. So see you guys dissing my team. But I'm hold it down. But guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Halftime TV. And right now I'm jaded, I'm tired, man. I'm sweating, man. It's hot now.
All right, we're going to call it quits for today. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Again, Ryan is
prediction, 3-0. 3-0 Germany.
3-0 Germany. I'm going for France to win that game 2-1.
I'm not back down.
France to win 2-1 in my opinion. Ryan says 3-0 in favor of Germany. Remember, subscribe to Ryan LFC if you haven't done so as yet. Subscribe to Halftime TV. Share, tell a friend to tell a friend, guys, and we'll see you back here very, very soon. Thanks again for all the support on here. Thanks for the comments. For those who participated in the comment section, we appreciate the love again. All right, Ryan, over to you.
Thank you, guys. If you want to watch more Euro video, that's the link. Click on the link. The playlist is there. If you want to watch Jamaican contents, the playlist is there. Hit them. Until next time, from the boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. My battery is 10% now, so peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.